Greetings, folks. Look, it's official. Castelisland Town are going to make history this St. Patrick's weekend by hosting the St. Patrick's Day Festival Parade on Sunday the 16th of March instead of the 17th of March at 2:30 p.m. because of a health and safety issue, because the parade starts in the Mart Yard, and I believe there's a big Mart sale on in Castelisland on the Monday, where cattle jobbers come from all over the country to buy the best of Kerry cows and bulls and sementals and you name it. Castelisland Mart has it. So we're going to be now on the world stage, as probably having the first St. Patrick's Day in the world this year being celebrated in Castelisland. And look, it's a huge success always. Thousands from all over come to attend the parade, and it's a fantastic day in the town. So look, we see there now, well, what a mixed bag of licorice all sorts by the government this week. You couldn't make this script up even if you tried. Look, there hasn't been one invite given by Trump to the Irish government for St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the White House. To Mary Lou McDonald saying that Sinn Féin are not going to travel to Washington and instead are going to snub Donald Trump, despite not even getting an invite from Trump. Look, folks, the Irish cobbled together government are a disgrace. I believe Micheál Martin, has government officials now shining the cockpit of the government jet with son of a gun, to land on, US soil for St. Patrick's Day. It's a bit like gate crashing a wedding and not being invited. But this case, there seems to be no wedding to invite anyone. So it'll be very interesting now to see how this will all play out. Because one thing I know is that Donald Trump is a businessman. And I wouldn't be surprised at the 99th hour if he pulled out an invite 24 hours before St. Patrick's Day saying, what's all the fuss about? Sure, we always had great relationships with Ireland and, this is traditional. So, yes, of course, I've spoken with the Taoiseach, his team, and, look forward to welcoming him to Washington. But if it doesn't happen, there's a very secret message there to Micheál Martin and Simon Harris. And look, we Irish people don't want them representing us over in the White House on St. Patrick's Day because they don't represent us true, genuine Irish people. But look, I still wouldn't rule it out because, Micheál Martin will do his damn best now to get into the Oval Office with the bowl of shamrock. Look, huge congratulations to Ireland now, who came from 18-10 down to secure the Triple Crown against Wales. What a game and what a finish. Look, we see now that the GAA have bought the Grab All Association, as we all know it, have bought the RTE stake in GAA Go. And sure, there's no surprise in that. Nobody's actually shocked at that. And they're going to rebrand the platform now as GAA Plus. So it'll be the Grab All Association Plus. Look, last year's subscription surged by 2.6 million euros, and there was pre-tax profits increased by 47% from, wait till you hear it, 595,750 euros to 874,047 euros. Look, I totally disagree with this anyway. And this being charged, these subscriptions being charged, look, for an amateur sport where, our ordinary parishioners are not being paid, and it is an amateur sport, but they're like professional athletes now, the GAA players across the country with their diets and their fitness regime. But what now are the GAA going to give our players in return for all this entertainment? I mean, it's serious money, and when you see clubs, they're struggling now to keep their doors opened. We see it even here in our own gym in Knocknagoshel, and the GAA club is closed down. And, locals have come to me now and said, Michelle, this needs to be opened up again. So what are the GAA now going to do about the likes of Knocknagoshel gym being closed down over the last few months? Because this was a fabulous gym, and locals now have come to me and said, Michelle, this needs to be reopened. So look, I'd like now the GAA to contribute and from Croke Park and open up this fantastic facility in Knocknagoshel. Look, isn't it a sad situation now in Ireland where we have a judge issuing a bint warrant arrest for Sean Meehan to remove his mobile home near Cashel, and yet down the road in Clonmel there's no planning permission required to have asylum seekers housed in what appears to look like mobile homes. Sean Meehan had been advised the evening before court not to attend, that his case was not going ahead by his legal team, and then he received a phone call to say that the sitting judge John O'Shea went ballistic that he wasn't in court. Look, Simon Harris attending the EU foreign ministers at the G20 summit in Johannesburg, where he told all the globalists there who were listening to him and attending the meeting that Ireland will continue to support the Ukraine for as long as it takes. He said that Ireland now, is a small country and knows the importance of multi-totalitarianism. Look, we, the Irish people, did not consent for Simon Harris to say this to these globalists in Johannesburg. Why doesn't, Simon Harris and Micheál Martin now tell the fine, strapping Ukrainian men that have arrived here, in their Volvos and their big Lexus Jeeps, to return back now and fight the war for their country? Because, what Micheál Martin now and Simon Harris propose to do is send our children out fighting for a war that we have nothing to do with. We need to bring back the triple lock, and we need to remain neutral, because Irish mothers and fathers certainly don't want our children going out fighting a war. And a message now to Micheál Martin and Simon Harris is, where's all the millions gone to Zelensky in Ukraine? Why aren't she doing an audit like what Donald Trump is doing and Elon Musk in relation to Dodge, and finding where is all this money gone that we, as such a small country where we're not looking after our own? Look, I'm Michelle Keane. I'm keen in my country, and I'm asking ye now, the great people of Ireland, to wake up and fight for your country's freedom of speech, and, to look after our own Irish people before we can look after anyone else. Gora míle maithagah.